the other ones.
Right? 0 goes in the middle because we are assuming the difference of the parameters are 0. But what was my result?
P1 minus P2.
Which is what? Right? Like, you guys never even wrote down what the p hats were.
P hat 1 is.
P hat 1 was 54 out of 284,
Yeah.
and P hat 2 was 11 out of 41.
Yeah.
Yes? 11 out of what? 44.
Wait, no, it's 41. It's 41.
Okay. Okay. So, what is it? What result of all of these differences of p hats? What was the one difference we got?
P hat 1 minus P hat 2.
The difference between that and that. What is that? Somebody help me.
Negative 0.078.
Negative what?
0.078.
Right? So the
I got
difference
positive.
between these two. So p hat 1 minus
Oh,
p hat
because I did
2.
54.
Say it again. Negative point
Negative 0.078.
0.78. 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's negative 0.78. We're trying to say if we assume the null is true, what's the likelihood of seeing our results? Okay. Do we need? Go ahead. That's not a z. That's not a z-score.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
the difference of the two. Wait, it's just the difference of the two p hats.
Yes, I can.
Wait, no. Hold on.
Okay, these
Wait,
are a
for
collection
z-score.
of p hats.
For z-score, you have to do
Differences of
that
p hats.
over
My difference is
the other
negative
thing.
0.078.
the people.
Do I
thing.
need to shade the other side? Because why? Right, we're just trying to say, is it different than 0, the difference? Not any preconceived notion about which direction it is. So I'll put positive 0.078, and I'll shade that. But now I have to make a z-score from that. Okay? So what's the z-score now? Now you see the picture, it should be clear. No, I need a minus. Good. You gotta say that, or else you're not thinking through what you're doing. Right? A z-score is a ratio of an actual difference to noise. Do you get that? Signal versus noise. This is how much actual difference there was from the null hypothesis, right? What goes in the bottom, this 0.067, is about how much, it's one standard deviation. It's like how much there is just from randomness. What we're trying to do here is say, is this bigger than this by a lot? Right? Isn't that, in a very, very rough way, what we're doing? Okay? So this comes out to negative 1.17. Okay? My problem as a teacher is I need you to understand where these are coming from. And if you don't show me any work, because the calculator will give you this number, right?
Mhm.
Okay? So you got to show me that you understand what you're doing, that you're getting a ratio. Okay? And you have to be really careful with your notation. Or even better, show me the numbers you're putting in there.
Oh, I
All right?
You need
And now
standard
chart.
Oh my goodness.
What's the p-value?
24.
2422. So
Wait,
that's not a judgment call, is it?
I got 0.0242.
Is it?
What'd you get?
No. Okay, going to fail to reject.
Oh, I don't know what
Let's
I did.
look at their conclusion. Who's writing here? Who's me? Okay. Here we go. If we assume that parental attitude does not influence teenage smoking, is that right? Is she saying if the hoe is true?
Mhm.
Okay. Then there's a 24% chance of getting results as extreme as theirs. Okay, so I have an issue with your parallelism because you're using we and theirs. What? I don't know what she's talking about. Oh, I'm not sure where they are.
Mr. Rose has a lot.
Oh yeah, Mr. Rose does have one.
So if we
never mind.
assume,
There's a
then
lot
it's
here.
ours. If they assume, then it's theirs. This is not low enough. Oh, hey, look, now she switched to I. She's gone from we to them to I. This is not low enough, so I have reason to doubt. Oh, so, well, wait a second. Okay? So I have reason to doubt that they don't. No, I don't like that. This last thing is a sincere criticism. Right. It's not that I have reason to doubt that they don't. It's I don't have reason to doubt that they do. Okay? And listen, this is why this matters. You're testing the null. You're not testing the alternative. Right? We either have reason to doubt this is true, or we don't, or we lack reason to doubt this is true. So I have no reason to doubt that parents influence teenage smoking. It seems that lenient parents are more likely to have smoking children. Okay, good. Okay, so what we have up here on the board is an A- knowledge celebration result. Okay, go ahead. Wait, did I do it wrong?
Yes.
This is, I have no reason to doubt that parents
Don't.
Parents have no influence.
Well, hold on a second.
I got so confused by that.
Yeah, I'm getting confused.
I have no reason to doubt
But
that
they don't.
they don't.
Yeah.
That
okay,
means that
sorry.
you do
I
doubt them,
processed
but like
it.
you can't say that because you have to fail to
Okay.
reject. Oh my
That-
god.
To doubt
But you-
parents don't have.
It's like you're not concluding anything. You're just concluding that you don't have enough information.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's how I might say this to try to fix your grammar a little bit, because you notice when you start writing sentences that are so difficult to grammatically parse, you're probably not writing in a clear way. Okay. So do I have evidence to show? Let me just ask this question: do I have evidence to show that parents are influential?
No.
No. So I might just try to take a deep breath and say that. I lack evidence to show that parents influence teenage decisions. Okay? Yes? Good. Because again, yeah, when you start doing these double, triple, quadruple negative flips, it starts getting really confusing as to what the conclusion of the sentence is. So take a deep breath before you write that sentence. It's harder when you fail to reject than when you reject. It's easier to write this when you reject. Okay? And just say what you want to say. Okay? I don't have any evidence that parents influence teenage smoking decisions. Okay, yeah? I think that's what you said, leading parents. Oh, wait.
I heard last sentence was
Oh, wait, hold on. Is this last sentence right?
no. From her previous language totally correct.
What does your last sentence should say? We're failing to reject,
Thank you,
right? So it seems that lenient parents are
Not.
no more likely to have smoking children. Yes? Which is good news for somebody like me, because like I have no rules with my children. It's just like whatever. So I'm glad that it's not gonna harm them in terms of smoking. I don't know. David, are your parents lenient? Or are they real strict? Yeah, but do you smoke? See. Meng, are your parents lenient or strict?
Strict?
And you smoke, right? See? All right. I don't know, I used to be strict.
Thank
Then
you,
I stopped.
sir. Congratulations.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
My parents are actually did this
All right.
when I was younger. Now they're just
So
giving
here
up.
we have a B plus.
That was A minus though.
It
Yeah.
changed now because of that last sentence.
Not the
Okay.
last part.
So I would say this, looking at this, okay? Try to do your, first of all, you have to do this right. Okay, you gotta think through whether, and you know, it's also bad if you write null hypotheses like
Yes.
this. This is also really bad, right?
Also, do you happen to have the pencil
Right.
that you borrowed like a couple days ago? It's okay if you don't.
Because we know the p hats,
It's
right?
It'll be hard to distinguish.
So when I see that,
It was like one of these.
I wonder, I'm grading now the celebrations, whatever,
Nice.
and I see that and I wonder, does this kid
It's
just
okay. Don't if you can't
not
find it. It's no
thinking
big deal.
about what notation they're using, or do they have no idea what they're doing? Because I can't tell when you write a null hypothesis like that. Okay? I am more sure when you make this mistake that you're just being careless. Okay? Just, I'm saying me as a teacher. I'm more sure when a kid does this mistake that they're just being careless in their notation. When you do this mistake, I really doubt you understand what you're doing. Okay? Because you're not thinking about what the actual process is that's going on. Or with means if you put X bar here. Okay? So you gotta fix that. You gotta try to write your assumptions as clearly as you can, using proper notation. When you show your work, you have to show your work. Actually, I'm saying this is a B minus answer. I'm getting less impressed in this answer as I think about the things I did wrong. Okay, draw a picture, although I guess that's not necessary if you're being clear about this, but I think it makes it much easier. Okay, and then be really careful about the words you're using. What I really like about what she did here, she had some no's and things wrong, but it's all in context, right? There's
How
no
are you
word like
supposed to
T or
write the null
null hypothesis or anything like
How
that.
are you supposed to write the null hypothesis?
Yes?
HO is equal to P
All right,
hat 1 minus P hat 2 equals
let's see.
here on the board. That's always going to be the null
Um,
hypothesis for 2.
Michaela, can you go get
test.
stuff off the printer?
But he said
Yeah,
if they
what-
do
what
that,
room
he
is it?
doesn't
Through
know
Mr.
if they're
Paul's room.
thinking.
If they don't do that, because they forgot to do that, they have to, like, you have to write
And-
that every time.
While she does that, let's look at these.
The question about why it's called tripping so much. I sat there for like 30 minutes thinking about it.
What?
It's the one that's like, why is it called null? It means zero.
Yes.
Oh.
How do it like the last one 13?
Of what?
Of 13 on the whole.
All right. What was that?
So it's basically just like for this problem, construct a confidence interval. And the thing that was weird to me is that it's not, if you take another sample of children, wouldn't the like proportion of how many are median and how many traits kind of vary? So you can't say that, like, you wouldn't say that you take another sample, right? You have to say, like, I take another sample with the same numbers and sign.
Wait a second. They asked you after this to take.
They said create a 95% confidence interval, and then the last part was carefully explain what it means. Well, 95% confidence means.
Okay. So what is the confidence interval? How come they didn't do that for this?
It's a separate question.
Oh, it's another problem. Okay. Okay. And what confidence interval do you get?
I got negative 22.12% to 6.49.
Did other people get that? No. What problem number are we talking about?
13.
Yeah, you might have gotten -6 to +22 if you subtracted in the other order, right? You all understand that? Okay. I don't think that these were all of them.
How is everything on the printer?
Was it blinking out of paper?